Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Apple Watch SE 3 and compare it against the Apple Watch Series 8 and see which particular Apple Watch is the better one for you. Now, the thing you have to remember here is that between these types of Apple Watches, they're both very, very good types of options. If you're going to go through and pick up a device, these devices make a lot of sense to go and buy because both of them are very good. But let's go and see which one is the better one for the most part. Now, if you want to go through and pick up either one of these watches, links will be down in the description below. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular watches, the Apple Watch Series 8 essentially came out a couple of years ago. So it came out back in 2022, and this watch came out in two different sizes, either a 41mm size or a 45mm size. So both were very good options, both looked very good, and I genuinely enjoyed being able to go through and buy a watch like this because the panel itself and the layout was actually very nice. Now you're getting 1000 nits of peak brightness, it's an LTPO display as well, just like all the other Apple Watches. So that was another really nice thing going on here, and it came out in a lot of different colors as well. The Apple Watch SE 3 comes out in two different sizes, a 40mm or 44mm size. So the Apple Watch SE 3 right now is not going to be as expensive as something as an Apple Watch Series 8 was when it first came out. The SE 3 is $249. The Series 8 was more expensive when it first came out, but now that it's been out for a couple of years in the used market, it's going to be a bit cheaper. So kind of keep that in mind as well. Now, with both these watches, you both have kind of similar types of build qualities. You're getting like the charger in the back, the bands that you can swap in and out. Lots of similarity from that standpoint. But like I mentioned, with the Series 8, that one is giving you, I think, a more flagship feeling just because it is like a bigger type of watch and it's giving you like, basically less bezel on it. Beyond that, though, there are some key features that are similar, some that are different. The Series 8 is giving you an ECG application built in. So you do have that ECG app that you can go through and basically use with essentially an ECG, and it has a blood oxygen application as well. So those things are really, really important. You're also getting high and low heart rate notifications on both. They both give you sleep tracking. However, the Apple Watch SE 3 gives you sleep apnea notifications. So that is a really nice thing, getting those notifications. That right there is very cool. Vitals app tracking on both, temperature sensing on both. You're getting a lot of capability on both as well. The SE 3 does give you 5G capability. With the Apple Watch Series 8 does not give you that. You're also getting the S8 chipset inside of the Series 8, where you're getting the S10 chipset inside of the Series 10. So you are getting a little bit of a newer chipset inside of this SE 3. You're also getting wrist flick gesture and double tap gesture on the SE 3. The Series 8 basically does not give you that type of capability. They both give you the same amount of battery life though, so that's going to be pretty much the same thing. But when it kind of comes down to it, what I will tell you is that if you can get an Apple Watch Series 8 for cheaper than an SE 3, I'm talking like if you can get it for like $150 or like maybe $200, then I would probably recommend just buying a Series 8 because that thing is a very good watch still, and it is better in some ways than the SE 3. But if you just want to buy a watch and you just kind of want to move on, and you don't want to have to worry about going through and like haggling for a price and doing all those things, then I think buying something like an Apple Watch SE 3 makes a lot more sense. $249, it's a very good watch, and I am a very big fan of it when it kind of comes down to it. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.